Okay, I'm back. I hope everybody is coming back. I don't know what happened there. There we go. It wasn't saying I was live, so I'm not sure why. Okay, so where I left off was that I had just finished doing my holes, and I'm just clipping the leather off that did not come through here. Now, I assume that if you don't have a crocodile or some kind of hole puncher that would go through all these layers, that you could probably just take and jab your scissors in from the other side and kind of make a hole. You know, I hope that makes sense. Kind of do that. Use what you have. Don't buy as least amount of materials as possible. Okay. So, moving on to the cord. Thank you, everybody, for joining back with me on the Periscope. Okay, so this is a 1 yard cord. You could do, I've seen people have colors, and we couldn't find colors at, Hancock's or Hobby Lobby. I am experimenting right now with dyeing the cord. I did a purple one, which is, why my hands are purple. And this is, still leaving, residue behind a little bit. I don't know if it needs to dry more. I did it with alcohol ink. So, a hammer and a nail. Thank you, Carol. That is a great idea. If you do not have a crocodile or some kind of hole puncher, you can use a hammer and nail. That's an excellent idea. Thank you. Thank you for everybody joining. Yes, you could color with the cord with a Sharpie. I would just be concerned with the Sharpie that it wouldn't soak in, so then when you stretch it, you would see the white. But I haven't tried that, and I will. Thank you. Or an ink pad, as long as it's a permanent ink pad. Okay, so moving on. You want to fold your cord, your 1 yard cord, in half, and then you're gonna hold it like this. And then you're going to go from the bottom first and kind of pinch it so it's skinny as possible. And then you're going to thread it through like that. And then you're going to take and just bring it up, pull it up to the top. Try to keep your cords even. You're going to pull it up to the top so that way you know you have a big enough one to go all the way around, because this would be the same from the middle to here would be the same circumference almost from here to the side. And then that's not a circumference, but measurement. Circumference is a circle. I'm sorry, guys. Okay, my geometry teacher in high school would be very disappointed in me. Okay, so now you're going to take your top one of your cords and go through your first hole that you come to, pull it out. Kind of hold it so it doesn't pull your loop. And then what I like to do is kind of pull my loop to the top underneath. Maybe you can see that sticking out right there. And that way I make sure I'm not moving it, away from my center. So then do the same thing down here. Pull it through. And you're going to have that. And now you're going to, and then take this and you're going to thread it from the back side. And then you can flip it over if you need to. And hold it in the middle again and pull it through. Same thing on the bottom. And pull it through. Alright. Alright, now you want to, let me get my Wow God planner out. Okay, so now you want something that you're going to put in here that you can kind of use as a measurement of how to tie this bad boy up. So then you're going to just put that in the center. Put your spine right there in the center. I did it a little off center because I made mine a little bigger because I wanted overhang. And then you just take and give it a good snug tie. And just do a double knot. Nothing fancy here. I talked with Colleen about different ways to do this. Now, this one, I guess I could have did a little shorter. I had a lot of overhang, but it's better to have a little bit too much cording than not enough. Okay, so now you're going to just trim your excess off. I'd give it just a little bit so if it pulls it all. And I'm going to save these snippets for experimenting on coloring cord. And now you have your, and then Ta-da! Yay! It's done. And now you have your fauxDORI. And thank you for all the hearts. I love them. They're so, I love it that they make everybody's hearts a different color on Periscope. It's so fun. Okay, so this was really easy. I would speculate that this whole thing costs less than $3 because I bought enough material to do several of these. So, because I knew I wanted a lot of them. I'm going to make some for storing stamps in. So that's why I want a lot of them. But I would, like $3 for one of these. And online, they're like $30. So for 10% of the price, you can have, you know, that's not 10%. Yeah, it is. Or maybe it's not. I don't know. But anyway, for $3, you can have one of these of your own and make it. And like I said, you can do it with any color or anything that you want. And yes, thank you so much for joining me and sharing. The leather material, it's leather. It's leather out of the upholstery section of Hobby Lobby. Okay, so I'm going to move on now. Okay, so I'm not going to save it to YouTube, but I am going to put it on my blog. I'm recording this with my webcam as well. So I'm going to be able to put this on my blog. My blog is alittlesplashofpaint.com. So it will probably be tomorrow before I get it on there at some point in the day, probably tomorrow night. But I'm going to write a blog post and go in through all that and all the details and everything like that. So if you missed something, you can put it on there too. Okay, so this is flat cording. It's a little thinner. And so I'm going to go ahead and add a cord to this. So all you got to do is wrap this around. This is no magic here. Just wrap it around. And then give it a cut. And then tie it. Okay. So on the blog, or on the Periscope with Illustrated Faith yesterday, the thing that I loved so much about, and that the Midori is that with the stamp sets, I thought that was super cool. So what I'm gonna close this up for now, and so now I have two already, and I'll probably end up decorating the outsides of these. I think it'll be fun. So you can do, and I'm gonna do another thing on here on this one too, because I've been on here for a half an hour. That's not bad for me. I'm a long-winded gal, so I'm gonna get a drink of water. Oh, thanks, guys. Okay, so the other thing that I loved was the plastic envelopes that she put the stamps in. And they are so expensive on Amazon. Crazy expensive. And I'm like, I have a lot of stamps. I can't afford to buy all those envelopes. So I was thinking, I'm like, I can make that too. You know, we can all, as do-it-yourselfers, you know, we're always like, yeah, we can make that. Okay, so I went to the Dollar Tree. I got two things. They're both the same thing. I just wanted two different brands because I wanted to see which one was better, which one would work better, blah, blah, blah. And so I got the these are both in Dollar Tree. So I got $2 invested here total. This was for 12 of them, and this was for 10 of them, the Hefty brand. This is the Dollar Tree brand. They're both quart-size slider bags. So, are you all ready to be, like, amazed with this? Please let me know if you're ready to be amazed. So, I got these out at first. I was like, both of them, I'm like, totally bummed. They say Hefty and store it on them. I don't want my stamp sets to look like that. I'm like, who wants to see their stamp sets like that? I'm like, that's ugly. I'm like, I'll order, you know, before I looked at that, I would spend all the crazy money. Well, yes, different things will work, but I'm sitting at my art desk, so I'm grabbing what's close to me. I use Staz-On cleaner, and I'm going to demonstrate one. I already did the other one, and then I'm going to make it. So I took the Staz-On cleaner, and if you don't ever use Staz-On cleaner, it's a cleaner, and it has a little rubbing pad at the top of it, and so you just, and you kind of squeeze it to get some of it out. A little goes a long way on this project right here. And then just kind of scrub it. It doesn't take long at all. Scrub, scrub, scrub. Make sure it's off. I don't want my... it's Stazon cleaner. It is Stazon all-purpose cleaner. I use it to use the Stazon cleaner. I just blew Molly's mind. You make me laugh, Molly. And then, wait. Ta-da! Yeah, I'm sticking to my desk. I'm not used to this thing being so clean. I cleaned it just for you all, just for you ladies today. And gents, if any guys are here. Yeah, I was like, problem solved. Okay, so the only difference in these two bags, the Hefty has purple sliders and the Dollar Tree brand has a blue slider. So my first one I made with the Dollar Tree brand. And then the holiday tree bags, yeah, that would work really good for the holiday tree bags. And now this does leave a little bit of a film on it, not much. So I'm just gonna, this is just a water sprayer. I'm just gonna do a little spritz just to wipe it off, just so it doesn't feel weird, because I don't like weird feels. Like, it'll bug me. If every time I open my planner, my Midori, it has a weird feel to it. That'll bug me. Yeah, so water took that right off. Okay, and I already did another one. So it came with the Hefty thing on it too. And, okay, so when you put, here's our Midori again. Do you have a preference of which bag that I liked? No. This one's purple, so I guess I like the purple one better. But no, not really. This is a blue and then a clear, and then this is purple with a silver. So that honestly, they're so similar as far as weight. I don't think they're any difference. Now, the I don't know if like a Ziploc brand would be different or not. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I don't have an answer. I'm sorry. Okay, but out of these two at the Dollar Tree, I don't think it matters. So I think they're equal. So I'm lining this up here, and I want to leave a little bit of a lip over here. Oh, you can't see. I'm going to leave a little bit of a lip over here on this side, and maybe about a ½ an inch or so. And then measure from the middle. So I'm going to take off 2 inches on this. And then I'm going to do the same thing on this. So, okay, so, and this does not have to be exact. And this is what I did earlier. So we're going to see if it works again. I don't know. Let me get my ruler out so I can have some kind of idea what a real measurement is instead of just eyeballing it. Let's see. I'll be so happy when Periscope one day makes it where you can do a live Periscope from your webcam. Or from a camera. A webcam would be, you know, a camera wouldn't be probably possible. But okay. So I'm just going to fold that at approximately 2 inches and give it a good squeeze so it has a nice line in it. And then, I prepped for this actually, and I forgot to get something out, and I probably lost it. I'm sorry guys, one moment. Converse amongst yourselves, please. I'm not prepared, obviously. Oh, I lost something. Oh, it's like, seriously, I'm looking for my E6000 super glue, and it's seriously right in front of me. Okay, I'm losing my mind. Okay, so, this is how I did it earlier, and I think I'm going to do it again because it worked. So, I just took a very thin line. I did not put that on heavy, just very thin, because, I mean, we're just gluing plastic to itself, so it's not anything hardcore. and then just kind of smush it in. I just put the E6000 is the strongest super glue I have ever seen. The Christmas before last, I made my brother-in-law, he's a big car guy, I made him a lamp out of a camshaft. I don't know if you're familiar with cars, then you know what that is. If not, I can't explain it because I don't know what it is. But I made him a lamp out of a camshaft, and I glued an entire lamp together with E6000. This would be a good use for a Silamat machine. I actually was talking about that today. And I don't know. I have not seen one in person. I kind of want to. How much a fuse tool can do it too. I don't know anything about them. You're probably right. It probably would be a good use for that. This is what I have though. So this is what I'm gonna do. Because I have the E6000. And then so another. This works though. I'm sure there are better ways to do it, but this does in fact work. Okay. Yes, this E6000 is such a good stuff. Okay. So you can let that dry for a little bit, or you can be impatient like me and just go in. Don't cut both layers, but just go in, and you're just going to trim off a little of the excess just to not have as much bulk. Okay, so you're going to have a little lip there still, but that's just for the bulk, that's all. So we don't have lots of layers in there. That's unnecessary. That's not doing anything. I am going to look into the fuse tool if this is something I decide to keep making. Like if I'm like, oh, I need millions of them, because we all need millions of clear envelopes, then I might look into that and see how much they are and see if it would be a good investment. Okay, so now I'm going to take and just line those two up. Like, let me see if I can get this a little bit more centered so you guys can see it. Okay, you just line the two seams up that you made. And then I'm going to take packing tape, clear packing tape. My other one I used a washi tape with, but this one I'm going to use clear packing tape. And then just kind of center it on. And then pull it up, flip it. I'm sorry, guys. It was $15 with a coupon. I'll have to go look at them. That's not a bad price. Okay. Thank you for the bless you. Thank you. For people that are watching this later that can't see the messages people are talking about on here, I sneezed and everyone's blessing me. Because I have such good friends. I'm having issues getting this lined up, and it's because, let me go ahead and just cut that. Okay. This will make it easier. And so I already, besides the plastic zipper bags, I already had all the supplies for this. And, alright, now I have a double-sided envelope that I can put my stamps in. Let me grab one to demonstrate. Now this would not work with all stamp sets, but it works with the Illustrated Faith ones because they are the correct size. And then you can take a piece of paper, grab a piece of paper, and then you could cut it down This is what they did in the video. I'm not going to leave this in there because it's not perfect, like straight, and things like that drive me crazy. But this is for demo purposes, so ignore that crazy edge. Like, I would get my paper trimmer out and do that. Ta-da! Okay, now with the fusing tool, it probably wouldn't be quite as bulky as that, which would be a good thing. So now what you want to do, I'm going to take that back out. And then you're just going to give that a good press. And I had thought about getting like a muslin cloth out and ironing this a little bit to give it, to melt the bottom end together, but I didn't know what that would do. Maybe something similar to a fuse tool. Yes, Adrian says that she's thanking me for showing the tutorial on this, and she likes to be budget minded. The big thing for me is, you know, I would rather spend my crafty budget on fun stuff, not storage. Like, storage isn't fun. Okay, so now you can take and just slide that in, and then and then you can put your stickers in here. You could put like your pens and whatever you want. Oh, got air in there. And ta-da! Yay! Okay, and I'm done. You know, like, these were $1, so you could make a double-sided bag. They're, like, if you want the purple ones, there's 10 in a bag, so it would take, you would make 5 sets for $1. And then for these Dollar Tree brand, there's 12 in a bag, or 12 in a box, so you could make 6 for $1. And I think Colleen was saying earlier that they were like $5 or $6 a piece, like for one insert. That's crazy town. So this is much better. I'm sure the brand name stuff will work, you know, be prettier and you know, better quality, but for, you know, a quarter, who's complaining? Okay, so I'm done. Yeah, this is complete. It's all finished. So, any questions before I go? If you're thinking of questions, I'll give you just a minute. If you're typing them, because I do see a delay on my iPad. While, if anybody has questions, you can think of those. Would 2 stamps fit in the pouch? Yes, 2 stamps would fit in the pouch. Let me grab another stamp set. These are not the same size. No. Let me grab my stamp set out of here. I'll just grab another stamp set. Okay. Two stamp sets. The flower, it is paper. I chose paper, so it would be more stable and not as flimsy. If you could totally do fabric. If you want this to be like a nice, like, foldable, cushiony Midori, totally use fabric and it would work just fine. I chose paper, though. I might go back and Mod Podge this just to give it a more durability on the surface. Colleen asked if this was, it could fit 2 stamp sets, and it totally will. So, I thought that's what it said, too. Yes, paper. And then, there you go. So fun. And I can't wait. I might pull this whole thing out and dye this because I don't like the white. I think the white's ugly. Well, anybody else is thinking of questions you want to ask. So I make belt bracelets for my Etsy shop. I've said that before. It's how I use my crop it out to punch holes in leather. So I got permission from Illustrated Faith today to use their angel policy to use their stamps for leather burning, and I am so excited about these. They are coming to my Etsy store soon. I'm not trying to sell. I'm just excited and killing time. So this is kind of inspired by the faith journaling that people do, their Bible journaling, where the paint scrapes and then the leather burning. I think it's super fun, and it's really good quality leather belt, cycled into a bracelet, and then it has 2 snaps, and then like that's small on me, but so it's really pretty. Thank you, Adrian. Yeah, I'm really excited about it. I can't wait to add them to my Etsy shop. So thank you for all the hearts, and thank you so much for joining me. What size paper did you cut the inside paper to? I used 12 by 12 paper, but I cut everything down, ultimately to a 10 3/4 by 9 inches. Everything is the same, size. The leather, the paper, the adhesive, I cut everything. I gave about a 1/4 inch allowance at the beginning. So then once I got it all, stuck together, I was able to go back and trim it down to make it good. Yes, I am going to have all the measurements and all my supplies and everything like that on my blog. I have not written the blog yet, so it'll probably be tomorrow night. And for my blog viewers, welcome. You're hearing about this now, so you're hearing about the past. So, all right, well, I don't think anybody else has any questions, so you are welcome. Thank you for joining me. And if you make your own Midori, then on Instagram, please tag me. I would love to see what you make. Tag me at #a littlesplashofpaint.com. I would love to see what you make. Thank you. Have a good night. Bye.